What's going on, New Jersey homeowners? It's Omar here. 10 years in the solar industry in the state of New Jersey. Helped hundreds, maybe thousands of people actually go solar. So I just wanted to do a quick bill review on JCPL. I just want to show you what one customer I helped with Jersey Central Power and Light was able to save by going solar with us. And a lot of times with these type of solar programs, you can see exactly what your rate is going to be before you're going solar. Before you go solar, you can basically get an idea of what your savings is going to look like. So let me just show you how to do that real quick. So this person, Bridgewater, New Jersey is where this bill is based out of, and their utility company, JCPL. JCPL actually has probably the lower rates out of all three, PSE&G, JCPL, and Atlantic City Electric. But just last year, they raised their rates just as much as PSE&G. So a lot of people that were used to these lower bills are probably seeing rates more closer to what JCPL is charging now. So we've been getting a lot of people from JCP&L looking for solar. So the first thing you want to do with any electric bill or your electric bill, you can do the same math, is find out what you're paying per kilowatt hour. And the way you do that is you take the dollar amount that you paid for electricity. On this particular bill, it's 129. And you see that here, 129. And then you divide it by your usage. So this particular customer paid 508, used 581 kilowatt hours, right? If you don't know what kilowatt hours, it's the unit of measurement for electricity. So they use a fair amount of electricity, not too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that dollar amount of 129. I actually already plugged it into my calculator here. And I'll show you how this calculator works in a second and show you how the numbers play out. And then I'm going to divide it by the kilowatt hours of 581. That's all we need on the electric bill rate for now. If you want to see the breakdown, you can see $87 of it was a supply and another 41 was the delivery. So they have Clearview Energy, which is a third-party supplier. Something I like to mention about third-party electricity providers, guys, is that there's typically a introductory rate that most people are going to get for some months, maybe a year or so. But then after that introductory rate is over, the rates usually go higher. So always be wary and do really good research before you go into a third-party utility provider. They're typically not cheaper from what I've seen in my experience. All right, so let's head over to the calculator since we have the dollar amount and the kilowatt hours. We're going to do some quick math. For JCP&L, so they're paying 129. They're using 561 kilowatt hours. You divide the 129 by the 561. We're able to get their like they're getting their electricity right now at basically 23 cents a kilowatt hour, which isn't bad, right? But let's just imagine this was a summer bill. This number is going to be a lot higher. But let's just go like this just to be conservative right now. So that so if you let's make the calculator a bit bigger. So if they're paying 23 cents a kilowatt hour with solar, we're usually able to get them in lower with JCPL, maybe 15 or 14 cents a kilowatt hour, and then lock it in or fix it, right? Meaning it won't go up for the next 25 years, which is awesome. So effectively, they're saving around 8 cents a kilowatt hour. And a lot of people say that this doesn't sound like a lot of electricity or a lot of savings, but what you want to do is multiply this rate that they're paying per kilowatt hour times hundreds, thousands of kilowatt hours over the years. So if with these 1 month savings, they're probably only going to save $49, right? $589 over the whole year. But this is where you start to see the compounding start to kick in. If they stay with the utility company for the next 10 years, their bill is going to be on average $184 if the utility company keeps going up 4% a year. And I think that's even being conservative because what if they keep going up the same way they have been over the last couple years, which has been like 10%, 12%. Let's just say they go up on average 10%. There's a lot of data centers being built in the state of New Jersey as we speak, sucking up all the cheaper electricity. So I think overall people are going to be seeing their rates go up. Gets political at that point. But look at here, year 25, right? With that 7% rate increase, they'll be paying $654 at that point in time, while their bill for electricity for the solar, the electricity that's coming from the solar, is going to be locked in at $80. And that's where you see the compounding effect of time taking place. But the truth is, most people just move after 5 to 7 years, and they don't see they don't see this happening. It's like a frog boiling in a pot of water slowly. The next family moves in, they just pay whatever it is, and everyone has high bills. But over 25 years, this household will basically save $74,000 worth of electric costs, which is awesome, right? So this is a smaller bill. Let's just one thing, guys. If the house needs maybe like a roof replacement or an electrical upgrade, maybe we could do it for you for like a 2.9% escalator on the solar, right? And that's going to help us cover the cost of the roof replacement or the electrical upgrade. But if you don't need any of those things, we could just leave it at a 0% escalator there. But this is a visual representation of what these savings and what the gap looks like over time. Let's assume that this person stays at their their utility company. That gap between what you're paying with solar and what you're paying if you stay with your utility company, that gap is just going to get bigger and bigger every time. All right, so that's with the monthly payment. Same thing with the total cost. There's a gap. You can see there's a big savings gap there. All right, guys, so if you're with JCPL, you want to see what solar could do for you, I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can click it, answer like 2 or 3 quick questions. We'll reach out to you, get you a complimentary customized design as quick as possible so you can see what your savings look like. And I'll leave a link to this calculator as well. If you guys like this video, you appreciate the transparency and understanding how solar would work for you, especially on this PPA agreement, hit the like button. That helps get the word out about solar and gets people saving money. So we'll see you guys later.